Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on fourth down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from third and long to now it's a go situation here on fourth and inches.
They'll go with the keeper, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Jacobs is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Lucas Van Ness. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
11 coming.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow buying time to his left. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
12, 11, 11. 11, MT. 11, 11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And as we all remember, these two were connecting back in their days at LSU when they were winning the national championship. But it wasn't just on game day. The amount of time they put in before practice, after practice, off days, that forged their connection. And it still continues here in the NFL.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go, set.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The Packers at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them.
And this throw will be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
11 MT tight. Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's good. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Flushed out right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. A desperation heave for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Bengals will get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Second and 10.
Gun. Got.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. 12.
Here's Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go. 11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Back to throw. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle, and now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Musgrave's got it out right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles. And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's taken in by Watson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal, and a great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this one too low.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Fourth down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Oh, some strong running. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
We have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Trey Hendrickson make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Burrow will throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick slant to Watson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Opted to run for it, the decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. It's a quarterback sneak, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Bengals drive about to get going. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And Burrow going to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Now that's going to be a tough.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
He's going to let it fly. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
60.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and 9 here. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Green Bay, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3.